Just letting a few more people in.
Yeah. Oh, Lucia. Lucia. Hello, Lucia.
And Jesse.
You're on mute, Lucia.
I am too. Hi, everyone. Hey,
you're on mute, Philippa. How are you?
Good. I'm in green. It's St. Patrick's Day, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. So I could be enjoying a Guinness, but I'm working. So maybe later.
I've been doing demonstrations with all our green products online. So.
Hi, Jessie.
Hi, Jessie.
Hello.
Jacalyn, Jesse, how are we?
Hi, Fred.
Good to see you again. Just trying to ping some more people in so we can get some more happening. We'll give them a few minutes to come up.
It's amazing how events clash.
It's happening everywhere now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but you know.
There's supposed to be a marketplace one again today, but the lady's husband's ill, so they had to cancel. So I had time to get
so we're second choice, are we? That's nice. I think we've got a couple more coming in, so I've had lots of interest. Gary's supposed to be coming in, Rowan, so we'll see if he arrives. So I've just messaged him to see. He's probably sleeping.
He's supposed to be. No, he doesn't sleep. I think he sleeps between 4 and I think he sleeps between 4 and 5 a.m. and that's about it.
I'll just give it a couple of more minutes. Where we go?
This is my third networking meeting today, Lucia, but I think it's probably Fred's as well. But
yeah, that's usually me on a Wednesday. I fit in a few, so and then I visit Mum at the nursing home as well. So it's kind of like, you know, you're in different spaces. So.
Morning, Jeffrey. Hey, Heather.
Yeah, good morning. This time zone does my head in. What time is it in Melbourne at the moment?
2 minutes past noon.
Yeah.
So it's 3 hours. Have you guys had a time change? I mean, it's 3 hours difference. I thought it was
we
2.
haven't. We've got daylight saving this coming on the 1st of April. We've got daylight saving change.
Yeah, I'm missing webinars galore lately. I'm going mental, I think.
We're back to normal.
Those clocks that you've got up on the wall are obviously out of sync.
No, I haven't set them up yet. They're brand new. There's 5 of them for different time zones.
We're back to normal. First weekend in April. Where are you, Jeff?
Manila in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. So you're normally 2 hours.
It's showing me up as I don't know. It's coming up. I'll show Fred later. It's coming up as 2 hours difference, and I thought it was on at 10 a.m. this morning. I've been sitting here patiently waiting, but never mind. I'm here now.
That's okay. And it was the same yesterday. So now we know why you couldn't get in yesterday.
Yeah, correct. And every other time.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think I've got to kick it in. We've what are we? 3 minutes in. But I'm still expecting a few more to attend. So we'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring up the slideshow and run through that pretty quickly, just to give new people to the group an understanding of why the group was formed and why we're here. So I'll just bring that up. So if you set your viewing to speaker, or you can either pin my screen as well, which will give you the same background. So you should be able to see the slides now, and I'll just run through them very quickly. So the 2022 Community Networking Project, what's in it for you? And if I can get my mouse in the right spot, we can bring up the next slide. Maybe not. There we go. So what's inside? Well, we've got the closed Facebook group, which is a free Facebook group. And that's my lead magnet effectively. So we can invite people into that group and then encourage them to join the network. We have.
My end, Fred, it's very, very blurry. Is that the same for everybody? Blurry or just for me?
Is it blurry? Let me see.
Very,
okay.
Extremely.
Let me go and see if it works out better if I share my screen. That's disappointing because I thought it was actually displayed okay. Let me have a look.
Only just readable, almost like you're sort of got to guess some of the words.
Okay, let me just see if sharing the screen works any better.
You're right.
Is that
Heaps
better?
better. Heaps
Yep.
better.
Okay.
Like new, brand new.
All right. So what's inside? So it's a closed Facebook group. As I said before, there's weekly networking meetings. There's 3 meetings a week, and I'll use Melbourne time just to explain that. So there's one at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, one at noon on Wednesday, and one on noon on Thursday, which is now. And it depends on if you're Manila, because that time obviously is different. We've got a closed membership website, and inside that website, for paid members, there's a resource library where that's growing with information. There's video tutorials in there. There's some PDF cheat sheets, and there's more information going up on a weekly basis. So as members look for information, then I will source that information, and it's not necessarily coming from me. It will be coming from other members and from my contacts, and deposit that inside the vault, which is the name I've given that repository. We've also got a business directory, and that's for all members to display their information. And I'll explain a little bit about that in a moment, because there's a nice little add-on in there that I think makes us a bit different than most people. I've also got an international business directory, and what I mean by that is it's a website that's publicly available, and it's a directory of businesses. And at the moment, it's predominantly populated with US businesses because it's a free directory. But also in that directory, there's an extended listing that people would pay for. But as a member of this community, you would actually get that extended listing at no cost. Plan to have a monthly mastermind. And lately we just launched a YouTube channel. So you get the opportunity to expose your business or promote your business, whichever way you want to say it, on that YouTube channel. And when you sign up as a member, you also get a 30-minute strategy call with me. And I've got in priceless in there because I think it's priceless anyway. So I'll move to the next screen. See, the space bar is not working. So a little bit of the history. I'll just give you a quick history of why this all started. Last year, I was in a networking group with a lady called Missy Henkel, and she used the phrase that she didn't think that money should get in the way of anybody accessing her services. So she said that she would offer coaching sessions to anyone in the group because the year was 2021 for $20.21. And I ran with that. And that evening, I actually launched the 2021 community Facebook group. And that has now developed into this, because while I was running that group, I found that people wanted a little bit more. So I decided to add a weekly networking meeting. And then when I start really thinking about it, I said, well, how can we add even more value to that? And that's where the membership component came in. So we would set up a repository of information that was valuable to the members to help them learn how to run their business, and particularly marketing at a better level so they can get more referrals and get more business. Why would you join another networking group? Well, you meet more people. You're going to learn from others. You're going to share your knowledge with others. You're going to raise your profile, get more authority, and build your own referral network, because that's the important piece. It's all about referrals and connecting with people. So that's one of the reasons for joining, or a couple of the reasons for joining another networking group. And, you know, it's probably the reasons that I joined so many, and I picked the groups that I stay in. And hopefully we'll talk about that later. How much does this membership cost? Well, right now it's on a monthly subscription, and the monthly subscription will change on the 1st of April. And it will go to fortnightly. But if somebody joins today or within this month, they will actually be grandfathered in at the monthly subscription level. And the cost for that, because the year is 2022, I'll let you guess. Okay, it's enough time for guessing. It's actually $20.22 per month. So that's really what the networking group is all about, and where I envisage taking it. Now, what I'd like to do is I want to go around the room and give everybody here an opportunity to introduce themselves, tell us who you are, what you do, who you serve, and most importantly, who is your ideal referral partner. So that's the questions that I've got coming up, and I'm just going to unshare my screen so I can, because I've got split screens, so it's not very effective for me here. But I'll just stop sharing my screen, so then I'll invite people to speak. So I suppose the first question I've got is, before I ask people to introduce themselves, has anybody got any questions about the networking group and anything about it, or what I've just talked about? I've obviously covered everything very well. That's great. That's great.
I guess the only question I would have for you, Fred, might be around guests. I know other groups obviously encourage members to invite guests. You're working off the same process.
Yeah, we do. The guests can come twice. So if you go to the website, right down the bottom of the website, there's a guest pass, and people can click on that. And the website is communitynetworkingproject.com. So it's easy to find. I had a weird name earlier when we started it, because I was using one of my pre-owned domains, but I grabbed the domain name, so it makes it very easy for people to promote, share, and get more people into the group. So the guest pass is there at the website. So I suppose no more questions. We'll go around the room, and I'll start with ladies first. And Lucia, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us what you do, who you serve, and your referral partners.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. So I was going to ask the same question, Rowan, about the guests. So my name is Lucia Cardamone, and I'm a sales director with Nutrimetics International. Nutrimetics is a skincare, cosmetic, eco-friendly wellbeing company that's been in Australia for 54 years this year, and I've been with them for 47 of those years. So the company is, so the products that I sell, there isn't a person that wouldn't use something that we have. So we range, like I said, with skincare. There are 10 different skincare ranges for all different types of skin. There is the wellbeing products, the eco-friendly cleaning. Anyone who's really interested in going green, either inside or out, with what you're using on your body, taking into your body, we definitely sell those products. I also obviously train, recruit people to, create an industry, a business for themselves and an income for themselves, whether it be as a side hustle or as a full-time, full-out thing. And so, and supporting those people, coaching those people is what I do. So we originally started in the US and Canada. We were in 20 countries all over the world before the GFC hit. And then when that happened, we now operate in Australia and New Zealand and in other countries, but under a different banner. So that's me, and I'll pop my link up in the chat so that you can communicate with me. Thanks, Fred.
No worries. Thanks, Lucia. Jessie, would you like to go next?
Hello, Fred. Thanks again for having me today. Appreciate you. So my name is Jessie George. I'm a nutrition and wellness coach. I help professional people to have more energy, release weight, and reverse type 2 diabetes if they have, or pre-diabetic if they are. Help them balance their blood sugars through my 90-day program called Healthy Lifestyle Blueprint. It's right now $597. And I also offer 101 coaching. That's a group coaching price. 101 coaching that also depends on their needs, from 6 months to 1 year. After a consultation, I will decide what they want. And I will put my contact information in there. I'm located in USA. Thank you. Anybody has any questions for me?
You are on mute.
Fred's on mute.
Yeah, I'm on mute too. Jacalyn, you're on mute.
Philippa, you're on mute.
You can't hear us. Can you hear us, Jacalyn?
Yes.
So did you guys hear me or no?
Yes, I heard you.
Yep. Your turn, Jacalyn.
Thank you, Fred. I'm Jacalyn Price from Newcastle, Australia. I'm a specialist consultant with ACN. So I do free comparisons for the business owner and for the resident on all the services we can provide in your country. It just varies from country to country. We're in 27 countries and growing. So in Australia, I've just helped a local cafe owner 170 a month on his electricity and 35 a month on his FPOS fees. If everyone's paying by card more, and reducing those costs for the business owner makes a difference. So I'll put my details in the chat. Thanks, Fred.
No worries. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jacalyn. Heather, you're up.
Hello, I'm Heather Mitchell. I'm a money mentor from Raw Energy, and I transform people's money stories. I have a 6-week Foundations of Financial Freedom group coaching course. The next one starts next week on the 23rd of March. It costs $880 and it's transformational. I've just finished the last one and it was just amazing. So want to find out more? I'll put my details in the chat. Heather Mitchell, Raw Energy.
That was short and sweet. Who's your ideal referral partner?
Women who want more juice out of life. Either they have their own business or they are an exec in a company and just kind of go, yeah, there must be more to it than that. You know, I just want to be able to have lots of money taps coming in and just get more out of life.
Thanks, Heather. Sally, is it Sally lockdown still or not? No.
No, same as you, baby. Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Sally.estlin from Holistically Fit. As a Holistically Fit specialist, personal trainer, bling angel, wellness mentor, healer and coach and podcaster, I basically shift and lift people's energy using lots of tools and techniques that I have in my toolbox. And at the moment, I'm running Monday mindset classes. They're weekly classes to goal set and do some other exercises. Goal setting with a twist. They're $24.95. Or if you have one of my wellness mindset journals, they're free. So people that I serve are generally people that just want some support and guidance and a bit of a kick up the arse really in getting stuff done, from goal setting to just getting it over themselves, if you like. So yeah, my best referral is usually men and women in their 40s and 50s who just want some more meaning, fun and purpose in their life. So thank you.
Thanks, Sally. Winnie,
Yes.
would you like to introduce yourself?
Cool. Thank you for the opportunity. So yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Winnie Japar from Send-Out Cards. I am a Send-Out Card consultant. As a Send-Out Card consultant, I help a business owner to build their relationship with their clients by making their day special by sending personalized card and brownies in the mail. It costs $25, postage included. So the people who use my service will be business owners, solopreneurs, and network marketers who would like to stay on top of their client mind, get repeat business owner, and keep your customer for life. We need to part from Send-Out Cards. Thank you. Oh yeah, if you're asking me, my referral partner will be real estate agents, and money coach.
Or anybody with a business that wants to stay top of mind with their clients.
Yep, that's right, Fred. Thank you.
It was actually interesting. I had a chat with Winnie before and I just realized I'm still a member of Send Out Cards, and I joined 18 years ago, it works out, and I've just dug out the manual from that time frame. So it'll be interesting to compare notes with what they're promoting now and what they were promoting, how they were promoting then and how they're promoting now. So we'll have to catch up, Winnie, and just have a one-to-one about that. So interesting stuff. And I still use the service, but I just don't promote it as an affiliate. So, so me, well, most of you here know me. I'm a digital marketer, and I help small businesses take their message online and get it and disseminate it out to the wider world. But also the reason that we're here today is because I've launched in January, I launched this group, and I want to help other businesses get more referrals and ultimately get more business. And that's my referral partners at the moment are your friends and colleagues that you think could benefit from communicating with other people by joining a virtual networking group. So that's really short and sweet for me, but that's who I'm looking for right now. Obviously, I'll pick up some additional digital work from members along the way, but that's not my focus. My focus right now is to build this group, make it work so that everybody benefits, and ultimately I'll benefit in the end as well by helping people achieve what they need to achieve. The one thing I'd like to ask everybody, and I asked this question in a previous meeting we had
Us
earlier
guys
this
obviously
week.
get to miss out and giving our 30-second pitch.
Sorry?
Us guys obviously miss out on giving our 30-second pitch.
I slipped up. I'm allowed. Sorry, guys. Jesus, I'll shut up. Apologies. Go for it, Rowan. Sorry, mate.
I just wanted to point out,
That's hilarious.
remind Winnie that my birthday's next Friday, Winnie. Yeah, Rowan Burgess from Capital Financing. I'm a commercial finance broker. And as a commercial finance broker, I help businesses to be able to free up their cash flow or get more cash flow to be able to help build their business. Why use your ready liquid cash to be purchasing non-current assets when it's the liquid cash that will help you to grow your business? So there are some great business owners out there, like professional business owners out there, who will talk about getting rich by borrowing money. So I can help you do that. My ideal referral partner is accountants, bookkeepers, business coaches that are having conversations with their clients about cash flow particularly, but about money and where I might be able to sit in. I do it through mentoring and the innovative lending products and the follow-up support. And my details will be in the chat.
Thanks, Ron. And apologies, guys. That's well, I'm human. I make mistakes. And I just wanted to get my message out there quicker. Anyway, so Jeffrey, would you like to join in, please?
I would. Hello, guys. My name is Jeffrey Veale. I live in Manila in the Philippines. I've been here in Asia for some 8 years. I've got a team of 28 virtual assistants and all different types of work. We're like a Swiss Army knife. We do it all for you. Guys, we've also got a dream team. We've got a LinkedIn specialist, an email specialist, SEO specialist, and these people I've picked up over many years. I've been in marketing for some 45 years, and they've cost these people to gain these people and learn has cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn who couldn't do it and who I could actually trust. All right, so I've got a dream team that can help you guys. Fred's taken down the rest of it, so I can't remember what I've got to say now. But Fred, what are you doing to me? Put me on the spot. So guys, the name of my company is thebusinessgurus.com.au, and I've just bought into a large software company, guys. I've got about 20 different lots of software, and I'm happy to share some of the knowledge with you guys if you want to reach out. One of the programs is called Friends Connector, where it can go on Facebook while you sleep and pick up 50 to 100 new connections each and every day. So let's say 100 a day, 5 days a week, you've got 500 new connections. Now, I'll give you an example of that, a poor one. If you sold golf carts, for example, you can go into all the golfing groups, right, and download those potential leads. They reach out to you, you start a few conversations, and then all of a sudden you can tell them, hey, by the way, I've got some golf carts on special this month, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, you're selling golf carts. So guys, if you want to know about this amazing software, please reach out. Happy to help anytime. Thanks, Fred.
Oh, it's great. And like me and Jeff are in communication on a regular basis, so I'd encourage everybody to reach out, but not only to Jeff, like put your details in. We've been in other networking groups where people encourage people to do one-on-ones, and it's really the only way to get to know people. It's all right jumping into these groups and, you know, for an hour, once a week or twice a week, whatever it might be. But the only way you're going to get to communicate with people and set up that relationship is if you actually start to talk to them on a, you know, reasonably regular basis. And one-to-ones are a great way to start that conversation. I was in another networking group yesterday, and I think Rowan and Lucia were there as well. And I was invited to have a look at a new bit of software that Gary Schuller is the man in charge, and he was promoting a new event that is coming up. So I'm going to share my screen again, but I'll do it the proper way so that everybody can see what I'm talking about. So you should be able to see my screen now. And it's got the Australian biggest virtual business building network, expo. What this is, it's a virtual networking event that's going to be running over 3 days in July. And it's a little bit different than summits that are out there where people get in, and like the virtual summits that are about where people come along and they just join and listen to speakers and everything else. This is really taking the physical expo environment and putting it up in a virtual environment. So where you'd have a stall, you'd have people there, you'd have the opportunity to interview people, talk to people, and encourage people to come along. So at the moment, they're just taking, so the website you need to go and have a look at is theexpo.com.au. But what I want to do is I want to just give you a quick illustration of what this thing looks like in the virtual world. So it's, it's using what everybody's talking about now, the metaverse, and some of that technology that's involved. So if we have a look at the screen at the moment, you'll see that when you go into any auditorium in the city, whether it's Jeff's Shed or somewhere else, any exhibition center, this is the type of environment you would normally see. So you can actually go to the auditorium, you can go to the exhibition halls, you can go to the business center. There's screens up everywhere promoting different businesses and promoting, your services and everything else. And if you go into the auditorium, then there's the same as you would get in a normal expo environment. So you end up with a booth like this, where you have hotspots on the booth. So we move down, the expos are like here. So there's a list of all the businesses that are going to be at this expo. I've got one of the stands in this. I believe Rowan and Lucia have got stalls as well. So we're jumping on board this. The networking group is the same thing. There's breakout rooms that are possible. If you're on your stand, you can put up videos, you can have PDFs that people can take away. And there's also the opportunity to have live chats. And that's the important bit. People will say, okay, well, I'm not going to be there. I'm just going to let the virtual system do the work for me. But what I'd encourage everybody to do, if you decide this is for you, is to actually be there the same as you would be at a physical expo. Because if somebody clicks on the button and wants to chat with you, if you're there, it's a live prospect and you can chat with them live within the virtual environment and drive some business for yourself. If you leave it to the system, yes, you'll get some leads, but a live lead is better than a lead that was 2 or 3 hours old. So I'd encourage everybody, if you decide to go with this, I'm not sure what else is on the introductory website, but that's really the virtual network and what it's about. And I can't get to the demo at the moment because I've just registered and logged in, but the demo is basically all of these things are hotspots. So you can go in there, and it's the same with the flashing red buttons at the moment. They're all hotspots. So you can go into different areas, and there are similar hotspots on your stand or stall when you create it. So you would have one for somebody to play the video. You had one to download your brochures. You would have another one to have a chat with you. So there's lots of interaction on this thing, and it's 3 days. So you get to promote your business for 3 days. So if anybody's interested in that, just reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with Gary, and hopefully we can drive some more business for your business. So if anybody's got any questions on that, I'll stop sharing my screen, and hopefully that's open your mind to some of the new technology that's happening out there and what's going on.
I unfortunately wasn't in the call yesterday, but I'll go back and have a look at the recording. Those slides that you had there, was that off the website, or did you?
Yeah, what happened was that the person that's running it here in Australia, and I'm not sure they got told Australian rights, but it's new to Australia, and Gary Schuller has bought the rights for this expo in Australia. But the company is a UK company that actually developed the software to deliver this environment. So the screen I've got up at the moment is their site. But if you go to theexpo.com.au, it's THEEXPO.
Gary, the other thing, Fred, that you didn't mention, I'll just mention to everyone, is that the guy that Fred's speaking about, who actually passed it on to Gary, was on the screen, like Fred said, and he actually ran an event last week. They had 35,000 people on a virtual event. So you can just imagine, like, we're not talking about 500 people, 1,000, but we're talking about like lots of people being able to access the event. So it's international. So if you guys have got contacts globally that you think, hey, this could be for people that friends that yeah, I might add that in.
Yeah, it's like the thing I like I'm a tech head anyway, but the thing I like about it is that it's, it's using technology and the visual environment to get your message out there. And, when I look at, like, I can understand how much programming went to this, like it's huge. The money that was spent to develop this environment is enormous. And it's basically day one, or it will be in July, day one in Australia. So I'd invite everybody to go and have a look. If you don't want to stall, that's fine too, but you can attend the event at no cost. And there's an inquiry form at the moment on the website for like dexpo.com.au. So if you're interested in either having a stall or attending the event, just fill in the inquiry form, because I think the site is due to go live in about 2 or 3 days. And you'll be able to
drop the link for us, Fred, then we'll be able to just click on it.
Yeah,
Tell
sure.
me, Fred, I've got a question for you. If you do know, do we know how much a stand is approximately?
$500 or $600, but and when you look at that in comparison to what you would actually pay for a physical environment, like if you go and you wanted to exhibit in any environment, so it's three grand plus for a stall. Never mind your setup costs,
blah blah, yeah,
all the banners, your staff to be there, everything else. So you're probably looking at $5 grand plus.
A possible idea is that, I'm not sure if it's possible or not. Could we collectively, let's say it's $600 as a figure, could we collectively, if 6 people agreed, could we collectively possibly pay $100 each? Is there any benefit in us, in your group, having the stand?
I've already got a stand.
Are you talking about for the community networking project?
Yeah, correct.
No, but like I will be. That's what my stand's going to be about.
So
fair enough.
Yeah.
So you're taking that upon yourself to do that, have you?
Yeah, because I'm running that. But if a group of people wanted to get together and brand yourself under one banner to minimise the cost, I couldn't see an issue with that. But I mean, the organisers aren't going to take $100 donations from people and set 6 people up on a stand. It had to be a stand branded for one thing.
Yeah, Jeff, up until about 6 weeks ago, this was actually going to be a physical event. And there's Gary's found out about this technology and decided to run with it for the event instead of making it a physical event. So a lot of us, Lucia, Fred, myself, have already got stands. The event's actually been postponed 3 times. I think it was actually due to happen last year, and it was postponed a couple of times because of lockdowns in Victoria. So now we've gone to this event. So we've a few of us already paid for a stand. So, but I see what you mean. It's like maybe the community as a group could actually fund a stand for the community networking group, not for your business and my business and Chair's business and Heather's business. So, Fred, you could almost, you could have your own stand for your other business, and then what Jeff is suggesting is have a stand supported by your community members.
Correct. That's the idea. Correct. Another question is: does this, like a normal convention or whatever, does this go for pretty much as long as you want it to go for? You want to hop out and go and have a beer and a pie, but does it go for 8 hours a day for 3 days? Is that correct?
10 o'clock till 6 o'clock each day.
Yeah, and you can drop in and out as you
absolutely.
feel.
It's live. It's online too.
Yeah, fair enough. Because obviously, 3 days out of your life, if you're busy, is a pretty big chunk. Yeah.
But if you've got a stand yourself, what's recommended is that you're on live so that you're able to respond to people's questions or inquiries on the spot. So you can do it immediately is the recommendation. Yeah. Yeah,
great job for a virtual assistant, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can be like typing as you, and nobody, as long as they, use your messaging, then you're covered. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Those times, is that Australia time?
Yeah, Victorian time, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So Gary's going to owe me one for this. But again, like when I say Gary's going to owe me one for that, that's tongue in cheek, because one of the reasons I'm promoting it is I want to get people to this event as visitors, right? also want to get stall holders to help carry, but if I can get visitors, then that benefits me, and it benefits everybody in the group. So you know,
from now till then, Fred, weekly, keep dropping into my group, because my group's 2,500 and it's growing about 100 a week. So keep dropping it into my group every week, like a reminder, like invitation. Yeah.
Yep. Happy to. And you know, if somebody wants to talk about combining resources to have a group, I mean, I'm happy to obviously have another stand and promote my other side of my business, but as it stands now, the stand I'm looking at populating with information will be promoting this networking group. Okay. And that's one of the reasons that I, you know, as I said earlier, my focus is really to develop this group and make sure that everybody benefits from it by getting more referrals. And when I make that happen, then, you know, we'll get more visitors, more action, and you know, everybody will benefit. So, okay, I think that's enough of the promo. What I'd like to do now is I'd just like to go around the room and ask a question. And question simply, how many networking groups do you attend in a week? What keeps you going back to the groups? And what would turn you off going back to a group? Like, why wouldn't you, if you join a networking group and you go there, what do you dislike or would turn you off so you don't return? So if we go around the room again, Lucia, would you like to start?
Yeah, sure. So I am part of 1, 2, 3, 4 different networking groups, and what else did you want to know, Fred? What I do to stay in? Well, you know, it's building relationships. I mean, you know, I know Rowan through I think 3 of those groups. So so you're constantly building relationships. You're having different conversations. Some of them, what I love is that they're face to face as well, and so you get to talk about things that you ordinarily wouldn't get to talk about, you know, on a screen. So I do enjoy the face to face from time to time, but I am also I live in the middle of the city, so for me, parking, driving, distance, hours, everything is, you know, the time. So it's way more efficient for me to be doing what I'm doing right now, and that's connecting with people on a screen. So, you know, and just getting, you know, better at that and keep connected, keep in conversations with everybody about everything. And it's not about my product necessarily. I mean, if we're looking for, like, say in Jeff's case, is it Jeff? Oh,
yeah, it is.
Jeff's case, you know, in my mind, I have been like so frustrated with certain things around Google and this and that. And it's like, oh, Jeff has just appeared here. And it's like, okay, that 30-minute conversation, I will definitely be taking that offer up because I want that conversation. So it's more about, you know, what are we looking for? What could support us in our business? And so there are, you know, I'll be definitely having a conversation with Jeff after this today. So lots of connections, conversations, and supporting each other, either with our product or with someone that we know. I'm a very good connector. I always remember, you know, what people do and that connect people up with other people, even if it's not my product. So I'm happy to do that.
Thanks, Lucia. Jacalyn, you're talking to yourself, Jeffrey.
No, I'm working at what the questions are, Fred, because you haven't got something up in the background to keep us on. And I'm mumbling to myself, I'm writing the questions out.
Jacalyn, I'll repeat the questions for Jeff's benefit. How many networking meetings would you attend in a week? What, like
at least 7.
And what encourages you to go back?
Some of them are live events, which is good. A lot of the other ones are Zoom, which is even better because I'm networking around the world and you're just meeting new connections all the time and supporting each other in business.
And I suppose what like if you've attended any networking groups and decided they weren't for you, what made that decision?
One of them I went to was B&I, just wasn't a good fit. You know, some of the things they have done each time, it wasn't flexible enough if you can't always attend. but we're caring for my dad, so I can only go when I can. But the Zoom ones I can just basically attend all the time. So
Okay. Thanks, Jacalyn. Heather?
Yes, I'm a member of 4 different ones, and I like meeting other businesses. I like the ones that are really well structured, so that you get quite efficient use of time. You know, you do loads of different things in a very short space of time, so that's really useful. And I think one thing that would be really useful, I went to one, which I didn't end up joining for some reason, but it was really good because they had a hot seat where everyone had a mastermind thing for just like 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe a bit longer, let's say 10 minutes. You had a business problem and then people were kind of helping you to sort out that business problem. That was very, very useful. So yeah, but they're all different. That's what I like about them, that they all have a different flavor. So it keeps it interesting.
I mean, the reason I asked the question is that that's really what I want to do. Like, I attend a fair few networking meetings, and what I'm trying to do is pick the nuggets out of each one and then apply them here in the future so that we can, have a structure. Because right now it's free flow, right? But if we get 10 or 20 people in the room, then this can't happen, right? It'll have to be a structure that we stick to times, and people, have a 30-second spiel, and they cut off at 30 seconds. But right now we've got a bit of time up the sleeve, so we can talk freely about it. But that's the reason I asked the question, is to try and deliver what people want so that we can have a nice networking meeting every time somebody appears. So Winnie, would you like to just explain to us how many meetings you attend a week and what you like and what you dislike about some?
So I think in a week I attend 5 networking events. So a couple of them, I decided I have to be there. So as you know, I like Misty networking event. I always be there. I just like, the support of the community in there. So every single of the people, I don't know, it's just like a family in the group. So yeah, I really like the people, and also I think it is very well structured. The other thing that I think I agree with Jacalyn. I don't really like the BNI because they have a strict requirement. You need to be there every week. If you can't, then you need to get somebody to replace you, or something like that. So yeah, I like the flexibility, and also yes, online, you get more things done. But of course, face to face, you can't really replace that. It's nice to see people faces once in a while. But I really like this online Zoom meeting. I think that I get to meet more people around the world. Otherwise, I will never meet Misty, from Canberra.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we're both in Missy's group. Actually, a few of us are in Missy's group. Yep. So it's a real good friendly group. Mm-hmm. Rowan, you're in a number of networking groups. You want to give us your take? Well, first off, how many do you attend a week?
So I probably average 3 to 4 a week, depending on the group. I am officially part of 4, actually. I'm active in 4 groups, but I'm part of 6 or 7 groups. A couple of them have a couple of local to my area have sort of had shut down over the pandemic, and they're starting to come back now. So they're all live. None of them have really been online. They've all been live. But a couple of others, they're a little bit spasmodic, I suppose, in their meetings. Couple that I'm part of that I probably haven't been to any meeting, and I'm just basically part of the network to be on their directory. I like the structure. Two of the meetings, and a bunch of us already know the business of breakfast, but 2 of the meetings, like business breakfast and fresh, the organisers came out of BNI, so they sort of use that BNI structure in the structure of the meetings and in the consistency of the meetings. Fresh is a little bit more strategic, or not strategic, particular about turning up, whereas business of breakfast, if you don't turn up, there's no big deal. So what were the other questions, Fred?
what do you like and what do you dislike?
Look, I like the structure of them. I always anticipate a minimum 18-month lead time before I get any business out of a network. So out of those three networks, one of the three networks I've gotten something out. Sorry, one of the four networks I've actually gotten. Two of the four networks I've actually gotten business out of, and the other two I haven't gotten business out of yet. But I've only been part of them since one of them since May last year. So, you know, the lead time's a bit long, but that's just the way I sort of anticipate. So, what would stop me from coming back? If you're talking about your network, Fred, we had a bit of a chat earlier, and I'm probably more of a visitor here than a permanent. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I guess if I was in a network for 2 years and hadn't received any business, that would probably cause me to think about, you know, saying, all right, that was a lesson and move on. So, yeah.
Get it, Jeffrey?
Okay, how many groups am I in? Approximately 4. Why I'm in those groups? To basically to share and to learn. Why would I go back? Depends on the subject. I'm in one group that is on 6 days a week, and it's primarily about. I guess there's a lot of SEO experts in it, so it's primarily about SEO. But not always. It's got other different subjects like LinkedIn, possibly email marketing. When they do the SEO part, I tend to tune out a bit because a lot of the stuff I outsource. You know, there's no point in me trying to learn stuff that I'm outsourcing. Like I don't want to wash my own car, so I'm not going to learn about washing cars, for example. Yeah. And the other thing I was going to earlier in the year, I had. Ambitious plans. I'm super busy. I had ambitious plans about actually forming a group called something like the Millionaires Think Tank, and the concept was to have a group of people on there, and as someone alluded to earlier, have a 5-minute session where you spoke about a problem you're having trouble with, say your email marketing, and then the rest of us in the group could contribute and tell you, hey, if you tried this program, this one used to be good, but it's not good anymore. There's a better one now. Are you having trouble with your hosting? Who do you know? And that type of thing, basically to help each other. But then Fred started this. Fred and I are in a mutual group, and I saw Fred was starting this group, and I thought, shit, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's often underappreciated because a lot of work goes into it, and hours of your time. So I thought, bugger it, I won't start my group. I'll be in the background and help support Fred with his group. So that's my concept now, is to come in and give Fred all the help I can and give my knowledge of 45 years of marketing, and basically help this group grow and see how it develops as we go. That's it for me. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, I think I've explained one of the reasons why I joined, and at the moment I'm dropping in and out of groups to get the nuggets from each of the groups, and pick the cherries and to deploy them here. So, but there are a couple of groups that I like. Misty Henkel was one name that was mentioned earlier. She runs a training, sales training class weekly, or well, five times a week she runs it. But I'm in that. I think Jacalyn's in that. Heather, you're in too, yeah. Winnie's in it as well, and that's one of the groups that I attend it whenever I can, and usually it's a couple of times a week. And it's not only for the content, but it's for the networking as well, because it's worked. 3 people that are in that group have come here. So the more groups you go into, the more people you communicate with, the better you can build your business. And so joining networking groups is a great tool. And now it's online. So that's the reasons that I joined. The reason I would leave a group, there's a couple of groups I'm in at the moment, and they spend a lot of time talking about themselves. Now, I know I did in the beginning and I ran through a slideshow, but I'm going to cut that down, and they spend half an hour talking about themselves at the beginning, and then there's about 40 minutes of group chat about, people introducing themselves, and there's another 45 minutes talking about the group at the end, and I tune out on those times. And you know, it's not very nice when you join a group and you just turn your camera off, because you're just not impacting anyone, and I think it's disingenuous. So I'll probably attend those groups and pick some nuggets out of them and then drop out. But they're the types of things that irritate me, where it's all about them and it's not about the group. Okay? So people are talking about it. With that in mind, I'm going to talk about the group and what's in it with you. So I'm just going to share my screen again, because one of the things, like, I'm the tech head, so I do a lot of the stuff on the background and to try and help stuff. And what I've done is we've actually created a directory for members of the group. And I'm just going to share my screen again. I'll quickly run through what's in there and what's happening inside it. So I'm hoping that you can see that screen. Yep. So within the group, this is going to be populated by members, and it's now set up so they can edit the content themselves. So when somebody logs into the website, they can go and click the profile. So it's a task for you, Heather, and Jacalyn, and Winnie in the future. But I'll give you an example of what happens. Like, Paul has actually updated his, so he's obviously put his profile picture in there. But I'll use mine as an example, because this has only been set up in the last couple of days. And what happens when you actually click on my profile, the internet kicks in and just brings it up. We'll see. So it brings up my details for everybody to see. And obviously it's got my name, my contact details, my website, and a brief description about what I do and who I serve. And this can be built out to, a reasonable portfolio. But the one thing that I've done differently is I'm giving members the opportunity to put up a 3-minute to 5-minute video, promotional video about their business. So even if you've attended, for example, this meeting and you're looking for a mortgage broker, but there's no mortgage broker in the live meeting that you're in, then you can go to the business directory and look for the mortgage broker, bring it up, have a look and see what they're doing. It's them live, so it's not just a slideshow. So you get to see the person speak. You get to, see if you can gel with that person and if they're promoting and selling what they want. So the opportunity is there for you to promote your business on a 3 to 5 minute video, talking about pretty much the elevator pitch, but with a little bit more in there added as well. So that's just one of the tools that I'm adding to the website to help you drive more business. As I said before, in the Vault area, we've got the Zoom recordings, which are all the recordings. But the other thing that we've actually done is now I'm hoping that's it. Yep, no, we're right. We've launched the YouTube channel for the group as well. And what that's about is that all these recordings will be, I was originally going to keep these within the networking group so that only members could see them. But then I thought, well, hang on, let's benefit every member. And we're going to be pushing these recordings up onto YouTube. And the additional benefit there is that once I have everybody's contact details, because they'll have updated them in the members directory, I will cut and paste those details into the description on the YouTube channel underneath that particular video. So if you're speaking today, then I will cut and paste your details, or if you're not, like if you're in this meeting today, I will cut and paste your contact details into that description. What does that do? It does two things. It gives people a way of contacting you, but it also gives you an SEO boost to your own website, because Google loves Google and Google owns YouTube. So if you have your website in there and your contact details in there, it gives you another tick in Google's eyes and helps your SEO. So they're the kind of things that I'm working on in the background to help grow this business and get you more referrals. Because as I said before, that's really my focus. So if you're a member, and the task for the next couple of days is to go in, log in to the membership site and update your information and, work on that 3-minute to 5-minute video. So any questions, guys?
The video, can you upload can you change your video on a regular basis? So like on the directory. So sometimes I might want to use my own video. Sometimes I may want to use a company video. So I'm able to change that from time to time.
Yep, you can go in and edit. It's a link
Yeah.
Let me find the page again.
So it's ready for those of us that are members to actually go in and
Yep.
update our
Yep.
details
Yep.
now.
And if you forgot your password, you just go reset password and log in.
Okay.
Right. So yes, it's available. And if you've got any issues with it, let me know, because you know it is a work in progress. It's there, but if you've got any problems doing it, then I'll fix the problems.
Great. Thank you.
So do we just go to the website to log in?
Yeah, communitynetworkingproject.com.
Okay. Thanks, Fred.
And as I said, if you've got any issues logging in, just reach out. This afternoon's pretty flexible, so if anybody wanted to jump on a call and walk them through it, or we could jump on a Zoom call and I can help you through anything that you need to get. Because guys, this is my baby. I'm putting everything into it, and I will make it work. And if you need help to make it work, then I'm here for you to do that.
So we can just send other people from our other groups to the group as well?
Absolutely, yeah. Send them to the website. Yeah, send them to the
Okay.
website. They can find the links. There's a guest pass down the bottom. If you view the website, I'll share my screen again. Second. Misspelled it. Okay, just let me share my screen. I'll just go through the website and just give you a quick demo. Okay, so you can see that. I've got an introductory video, and this will change because the layout that you see in that video was the original layout for the members directory, but I've changed that because when I was doing it this way, I had to put all the details up. It wasn't, the members couldn't edit the details or update it, but I've now changed that. So now members can log in and manage their own listing. There's a button here for people, join the Facebook group, that's free. The subscription options will kick in on the 1st of May. These links are no longer, they're not live at the moment because we've got a soft launch running. And the soft launch is that if you join today, you can join on a monthly subscription level, grandfathered in for life until you cancel. And somebody asked me earlier, what does grandfathered mean? It means that your subscription fee will never change until you cancel. So if you join today at $20.22, you will only ever be billed monthly at that level. On the 1st of April, that goes to bi-weekly. And on the 1st of May, which is the end of the soft launch, these subscription models kick in. So you can pay weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly to be a member. So that's the direction. Join now button's obvious. Some details about us. Again, encouraging people. And down the bottom, there's a guest pass. So if you send somebody to the website and you say, just go to the website and click on the guest pass, right? It will actually open up a little box that asks for their details, and then we'll give them the link to the next meeting.
Okay.
So try to make it as easy as possible for people to get in. So they just fill in that box, and then the next page they get has got the links to the next meeting. If you ever lose the links to the next meeting, up here you've got the event links, and it gives you the 3 meeting links. This is a Zoom link here, which should add the group of links for the next up until July to your calendar. So if you click on that link there, it will add the next group of meetings, which I've programmed up until the first week in July, I think it is, into your calendar so that you're booked in or locked in, basically. So they're the 3 meetings that are currently running on a weekly basis.
Is it the same Zoom link for each meeting?
Yeah, if you pick the Tuesday meeting, that's the same up until July. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So each day is a different link?
Each day is a different link. Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, because it's a different group booking.
Yes.
So that was just a bit more information about it.
That's good. I'll have to go in and update my things now.
Cool.
Me too. Me too.
Okay. So we've just hit the hour, guys. I hope I've enlightened you. I hope I've encouraged you. And, you know, we've got 3 members listening. You're the odd one out at the moment, Rowan. So
It's good having
am,
the different days. That way it's easier to get in.
yeah,
I'm toying with the idea, Fred.
that's cool, mate. Yeah. When you're ready. When you're ready.
We'll try and get in before the 31st of March, though.